This week on Jake's Journey, Jake takes a tour of a skull shop to learn more about animal anatomy, gives us an update on his dino target, and we do some fishing. This is Jake's Journey.
Hi everybody, Jake Johnson here with Revolution Innovations, and today we are here in Butternut, Wisconsin, checking out a place technically they'd call Skullery. Things we've came across here and there and stuff. This is probably one of the coolest little places to check out. I mean, in here, you know, he's got a lot of the whitetail skulls and bears, but I mean, he's got a little bit of everything in here. I mean, I'll have him walk through a quick brief thing and show us a couple of his highlight deals. But if you want to check out and see something neat and a little bit different if you're around this area, I mean, you're going anywhere from whitetail deer to hippos. He's got, you know, Siberian tigers, bears. He's got a little bit of everything. And it's always fascinating seeing a little bit of everything, just because for our Velocoraptor coming out, it may be a little different, but there's always a few things you can take in and learn off of it. So if you get a chance, check out his website at www.skull-cleaning.com, and you won't be disappointed. All right, Jeff, walk us through. Show us some stuff.
Well, thanks for stopping by. This is my playground. I love it here. I love what I'm doing. It's my obsession. I started 20 years ago. It's just kind of an accident where everything just came together, and I'm excited every day for the work that I do. I'm really blessed that way. If you love your job and want to be home, this is it for me. Okay, just a few of the things I do. Obviously, skull cleaning is how it all started, but I've kind of turned this into, like a lot of people say, it's like a little museum. And I love people to stop in and see it, because there's too many things that I could share with you that would take too long to video it all. Just some of the highlights. Thank you. Here's one of my big, beautiful beasts. That's a very large male hippo. This is what their tusks actually look like. You can see the size of them. I carry a lot of things too, besides just skull work. Here's an extinct cave bear paw, camel skull, red stag. Here's a gigantic whitetail. We go this way. Here's some of my favorites, like African lion skull. And I've done a whole African lion, the whole skeleton. That was the first one I ever did, was one of these babies. And it just goes on and on to what you're interested in. Here's a woolly mammoth tusk. Big, beautiful tusk. This is a whale vertebrae, fossil. This is what a woolly mammoth tooth looks like. This weighs 11 pounds.
Try that?
Yeah, let's see that. That is crazy. So this is a mammoth tooth.
Yeah, woolly mammoth tooth.
That is crazy. I would have never guessed by looking at that. I would think this is some old fossil rock or whatever, you know.
Yeah, coral or something.
Something. Never in a million years would I have guessed that's a tooth. Like, that is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, look at all the stuff in there. That is, it looks just like an old fossil rock. That is crazy, man.
Yeah. Okay. And then again, like I say, here's a woolly rhinoceros, the same era that the woolly mammoth were in. This one came out of Siberia. Here's a white rhino. Of course, these are replica tusks, but these white rhino skull. It just goes on and on from my love of so many different things. Moose. I've got a lot of big white tails. Then you get over here. I like playing with things, you know, doing with teeth and claws. Megalodon teeth. And going back again to the fossils, this is just the bone core from a claw from a giant ground sloth. With the nail, the sheath on it would probably be about close to 30 inches in length on the curve. And then this is a humpback whale vertebrae, but this is a replica. They're protected. And then we go over here. You see, I like playing with claws. I've done black bear skulls. You can see with all the claws, all 20 claws. This is a leopard skull with claws. Back there, African lion with claws. And then you just get more and more of the same kind of things. I collect bones from, I like big stuff. So I've got giraffe bones, a few little whitetail racks that I just kind of like to play with. So I feel like I'm a kid in my third childhood, and I'm just playing every day with this stuff. I love what I do, and I would love to have you stop in and take a look. Maybe I can help clean a skull for you, or you can come in and just share in some of the things that I get excited about every day. Thank you very much.
Just as we were about to leave, we noticed an alligator skull.
Yeah, no, I always, as soon as I saw the alligator, I was looking at its jaw and everything. That's, you know, obviously with their mouth, that's more of, instead of the raptor, because they're more like snake, what I think of as far as like the dinosaur is the Spinosaurus. I think the Spinosaurus, like Jurassic Park 3, that one that's got the round spine or whatever you call it, it can swim. It had like a similar, like very, very similar looking mouth they did in Jurassic Park 3. Yeah. So, yeah, that's cool. But man, when that thing was alive though, it's amazing how much power they have, how much. Hey everybody, Jake from Revolution Innovations here. You know, on today, as you can see, you know, here's the Raptor again. You know, I don't know if you notice anything that looks like it was done and then we recut it out, and, you know, we've been reshaping a few things, catching a few flaws. You know, right here we're slowly working in like our volcano and, you know, trying to get pretty much the toes. And a couple cool things to show you is we're actually going to be making, the plan is to have a couple cool little molds as far as like, you know, his big sack for the big claw, and then some of the toes that they would have. So that way we can reproduce that. That's just another quick way to go about it. If you want to try to have one thing and all be the same. And then later on, they're not on here now, but I'm planning to have about 3 pterodactyls for something in the background as they're flying up over. And even with something as small as that, using something like a turkey wing, you know, just to get pretty much to get the points, the bone structure, and how they spread on with the joints of how they get the flight. So that's always something. You can't go wrong with anatomy from real animals. And another thing I made last week, just something to try. Again, it's not the pattern I want, but it was just something out of a dowel rod with a bunch of holes I dremeled out. And so, you know, if you ever want to, you could stick it to, you know, you could take it to the clay like this. And, you know, again, you can push like so, push in different areas. But as you can see, it's a little even. But, you know, if you want to get in there a little more, you know, then you just got to push a little stronger, you know. But that's just a little something if you'd want to try to come up with some kind of scale pattern, you know. I got to work on a few things, but because it's all from the same hole with a bunch of them. So just a little fun thing to try. And, you know, something that doesn't take very long if you're looking to, you know, put a bunch of little scales and break it up, but it all takes time. So anyways, we'll stay tuned. We'll get you another video loaded up here hopefully next week sometime. Thank you.